welcome to the CryptoMetal Markets Report. My name is John Hammond. Today is Friday the 27th of November and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, precious metals and base metals. Well, Bitcoin, I think you, like me, probably were looking forward to spending our $100,000 Bitcoin plus as it was getting towards its all-time high. It was so close, wasn't it? It was a couple of 100 points away. And if we look at the the action, it got quite sort of convoluted towards the end. There was wedges forming and bull flags, and we were very, very close to the all-time high. Very exciting. And then, typical Bitcoin fashion, it absolutely sold off. Now, I know there's been some concerns on Coinbase and in America with regard to wallet issues and the SEC. And some people believe that could have been the case. There's also conspiracy theories about whales dropping Bitcoin and forcing the price down so institutional guys can get in. There's lots going on. I don't really care about that. Let's look at the charts. So what we can see here, I've had a look around and see where the price actions formed, and we had this consolidation and conjugation really of price here before it formed this kind of level, which is played out and become some degree of support over time for Bitcoin, which should be around about here. There we go. So that's where support has got down to in the recent sell-off, and it kind of bounced off there. So if we take a look at the stochastics, and what we can see is possibly that it's not overdone here. It could actually form a bottom on the support line and consolidate and then move up. It could cut through this on a third test. We've had the second test went through, but it was a false breakout, and we're heading back down again potentially. So this area of support I've put on here in the dotted line around 16,000, between 5.8 and 16 is this kind of area of support, and if it gets through that, the next area would be kind of around the area of about 14.5, and then around 13 there's quite a lot of conjugation of price here and congestion. So looking at the previous times when price has actually tested the support line, we can see it bounced off, came back down again, and then shot through on the stochastics. And over here, initially when we first had this touch, it had the same issue again, came back up, went back down again, and tried a few times over several days before it started this rally, which we've just retraced from here. Looking at it, we could do drawing a fib retracement to see if we've hit any major fib levels. So if you're enjoying what you've seen, please don't forget to give us a like, and at the same time subscribe to our channel so we can get information straight out to you as soon as available. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much, guys. Okay, so we've got this fib retracement now on the graph. As you can see, from this point here we had the rally to the end, and then the retracement has actually hit the 61.8 on this level. So we have bounced off there, we've gone below it, we've gone back up, and we're coming back down for another test of this line. And I think based on the stochastics, and if this carries on, we're going to go through this line and probably trade at this level around 15,008, 15,900 to 16,000. There's a reasonable amount of support at this point before we could turn back up again. There's an awful lot of good news still with regard to the lack of supply. It's a very hard asset. If you look at the stock flow ratio of Bitcoin and compare that to any other asset, Bitcoin is the hardest asset of all time. So supply wise is very tight, and a lot of people are still very interested in this. We've had Thanksgiving in America. A lot of people probably went home talking about it, and we could get a lot of applications to the exchanges for people to see this as an opportunity to buy in at these levels. And obviously the future is looking very bright. It's time to hold, not time to sell. If you've got spare cash, these levels are a good time to get in. It could weaken and get lower. It doesn't have to before it turns up, and as we know from this kind of action, it could turn back up very quickly and move on to the next bull run, which we do expect to happen in pretty short order towards the end of the year. So I think this is a good time. Personally, it's not financial advice, but it's something that I'm going to be doing. And if it gets any lower, I'll be backing up the truck, should we say, to get more at lower prices if possible. But keep your eye on stochastic level. This is going to be key. And keep your eye on these kind of support areas and these price levels as well. So these are the kind of the areas we should be looking at. Hope that helps. Okay, moving on to precious metals, and we'll take a look at gold today, because it's the barometer for gold and silver really. And we've had still price action in this flag, and we're getting into the support area as we discussed over the last few days. We've got quite a lot of congestion in price, and this is where we seem to be sitting at the moment, around the 1800 level. Strong support here. I have put this white line in where I believe the price should get to. Ultimately, there's more congestion at the bottom of this support zone and some potential to bounce off this level. If we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, here you can see a bit more detail. In terms of stochastics, we've got this falling trend line here. And it's kind of turning again at this point, so we can see price action is trying to sort of seek out the next level, and it's getting around about the 1800 level and bouncing off that. We've tried 2 or 3 times here at 1800, and it seems to have bounced, but it's not very convincing, and it's turning down again. So with the stochastics crossing over the signal line here, I do expect it to get into the 1700s, as I did state back on the 30th of October, and I think that could be the level we get to before price turns. Obviously, this is all dependent on what is going on in America in terms of stimulus. Until clarity in the political situation is sort of sorted, I don't think we're going to see anything before Christmas, possibly not till January at this rate. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did start to see gold and silver form a bottom at these low levels. And our members are obviously getting a lot of pulse updates in terms of buying the metal miners here at these levels, because in the next few years it is going to be seen as an excellent entry point, I believe, based on stochastics, based on Fibonacci retracements as well. So we are getting to the point where we're going to be drifting down to the oversold level very, very shortly, and I expect the price to sort of turn around in the next few days. Okay, let's look at silver now. We've seen gold, pretty similar story. I won't go through it for too long. What matters here is stochastics. It looks like we're having a crossover. We're in the oversold area, and this, if you look at the previous sort of times when this has happened, we have had rallies out. Now, it doesn't necessarily seem we're going to see the rally like we've had that form the staff of the bull flag, but this could be an area. It seems to form the bottom around 2158. It's come back and it's hit this support line. It's drifted through there. Now, unless we get some negativity, a strong dollar perhaps, that will push this down finally to have a second touch and a bounce off, this could be an area where silver is likely to turn. So might be worth looking at, although this isn't financial advice. This could be a good area to get into silver at this level, and silver miners, and obviously our members are getting recommendations and encouragement for the mining classes. So there's a lot of exciting potential going on in this area. Okay, let's look at the base metals and energy metals in particular. The copper story has carried on being relentless in its bull market. It's gone through this resistance area to a 6-year high, nearly a 7-year high actually, and we've broken through very convincingly today to new highs. So this is an ongoing story. Stochastics backing this up in the definitely in the bullish side of things. We have support level now, which is going to be formed, I would imagine, at the previous resistance level, and extremely good news. So copper miners, a lot of gold and copper miners that we've got will be pretty strong today, although America, obviously we've got half day today with the Thanksgiving holidays, but we will see a lot of bullishness in these metal miners. Looking now at nickel, exactly the same story. We've got a gap up today and heading up to the top of this channel. in this bullish run that nickel's been having, again supported by stochastics, and we're into this congestion area that we had sort of back in last year, late 19, early 2020. We've broken into this new area, so we could form some degree of congestion. Similar time of year as it was last year with energy metals. It's very seasonal, but we do expect with all the bullishness in the base metals and the strength in the Chinese markets that this will carry on for this electric vehicle story. Okay, zinc, and again pretty similar. We've got this channel going up, very bullish, moving into the area of resistance. It's formed support along the bottom side. It had a bit of a sell-off a few days ago, beginning of the week, and as it's gradually moved on, it's beginning to build up some more momentum, but we are about to hit some area of resistance again, so it's probably retracing and having a sideways breather at this point, but it's still, as per the other base metals, very bullish. So if you're enjoying what you've seen, please don't forget to give us a like, and at the same time subscribe to our channel so we can get information straight out to you as soon as it's available. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much, guys. At CryptoMetalResearch.com we have a number of services to educate and inform you on how to benefit from the financial reset in this massive bull market. We fully expect our portfolio to return multiple double digits in the huge financial reset we're going through. The risks are high, but so are the returns for those with industry connections. We have years of trading experience to support you during your journey. Our services include CryptoMetal Premier, a full done-for-you service for the time poor who see the massive potential of having your assets realigned to benefit from the next big investment boom. We do everything for you so you can sit back, relax and watch your assets appreciate. CryptoMetal Partner, a done-with-you educational service for those who want to be involved and learn how to benefit from this massive opportunity and receive signals of when to get in and out of your positions to maximise your profits. CryptoMetal Portfolio, a do-it-yourself solution so you can learn and apply the portfolio to your investments directly without any support or assistance. CryptoMetal Pulse, a signal service direct to your inbox as and when the market dictates, combining decades of technical analysis trading within your broader crypto metal portfolio. CryptoMetal Personal, a virtual one-to-one for those who want to know more, want to discuss their personal situation and investigate what CryptoMetalResearch.com's investor education can do for you and your financial wealth.